So, good evening, students. This is my fourth video, and this video is a problem session on the last three videos I've shared on YouTube or posted on YouTube. So, this session will be basically the numerical session, and basically in this session, I want to make it clear that I cannot. It is very difficult to record it live on while doing the problem session because the problems are very lengthy of quantum mechanics. So it will be very time consuming and lengthy. So it will not be practically possible to post such a long video, and it is not possible for you also to see such a long video. So if the response is good, what can I do? I can make a WhatsApp group on which I can share the problems first and also the solution, so that you can look both the ways of on the video and on the PDF version too. So let's start the video. So my first question, I haven't written the question, but I can tell you what is the question about. See, assume that this actually this what I have this part is given. This part is actually given in the question. So what it basically question asks, you have to calculate, this is psi x0, so you have to calculate psi x, xt. So you have to calculate psi xt, and the potential is, and the in which the particle is, this is the particle in a box. So it is a particle in a box, 0 to a, you can say, walls in infinite potential well, and v is equal to 0 inside. So the wave function, that is psi x0 is given. You have to calculate psi xt. So we know that the wave function of this is given by under root 2 upon a sine n pi x by a. So it is sine, and this is the known wave function we are given. So the wave function is basically changed to this. So this wave function is basically changed to this. This I have highlighted with green, psi x0. So now we have to calculate psi xt for this. Okay, so understand the question. Psi x0 is the changed wave function of this given potential well. We don't know that under root 2 upon a sine n pi x by a, but it's changed. So we have to calculate psi xt for this. So first what we will do, see, whenever you will get this type of question in exams, first see that we don't have any wave known wave function to solve sine 5 pi x in multiplication. Okay, so what we can do, we can divide it by 2 and multiply it by 2, so it become 2 sine a cos b, and we know the formula of 2 sine a cos b. This is the formula of this 2 sine a cos b. We can apply this formula and change this given function into this sine 7 pi x by a plus sine 3 pi x by a. So when you will change, now here it is a catch. See, this is the changed wave function. This is the wave function which you can solve in this addition. You can't solve it in multiplication. Okay, so you have changed this, but now how you will do, because you don't have you don't have any known wave function. So we have to change this this wave function. We have to change this in this. So we have to change this to this. How we can do? We can multiply and divide by under root 2 upon a. When we will do, we know that it changed to the our known wave function of particle in a box. So now we can easily do 5, we can write it as 5 7, we can write it as 5 3. So now our next next step will be to calculate the normalization constant. So normalization constant, already you know, I have discussed it many times, so no need to say it again and again. So we have calculated the normalization constant. This is the normalization constant. This is the normalization constant. So we have calculated this, and then what we have done, and then it is then we have to put the value of this a in this equation number 2. Put 3 into, when we'll put 3 into this one, put 3 into, then we will get psi x 0. And see, now the question, now the basic concept of this question, it is based on that is it what is psi x psi xt, how to calculate psi xt. So I can tell you a bit that if see, this is a stationary state wave function. This is a stationary state. This is a stationary state. Stationary state. So time dependent Schrodinger equation. So time dependent is given as is equal to, so you can write it as in time dependent form. So this is the way you can write it. So the solution of this, solution of one is given as, so we know the solution of this can be given as Cn phi n e raised to power minus I e and t by h cut. So the particular solution of this type of time dependent equation is this. See, remember, this can't be a free particle. I will come in video later. This is this will not be the case in case of free particle, but in the case of harmonic oscillator, particle in a box, or this type of potentials, which can be described by time dependent Schrodinger equation, you can write the solution of this as it is at equation number 2. So I can highlight it with green. You can give it with equation number 2. You can give it with equation number 2. So now what we can do, so this is the solution. So you can, so that's why I have calculated psi xt with the help of this formula, psi r comma t summation Cn phi n r e raised to minus I e n t by h. So any kind, so it is very easy. First, when you have to calculate psi xt in this type of questions with time dependent, with this is the solution of time dependent Schrodinger equation, what you have to calculate, first calculate psi x comma 0. So once you calculated psi comma x 0, then you can apply the formula and this psi r comma t summation Cn phi n r e raised to minus I e n t by h only you have to multiply it with e raised to minus I e n t by h. But remember, this is in the case of only time dependent Schrodinger equation, which can be given by this special this equation. This can't be the case in case of free particle. We will discuss in later that in case of free particle, if you have to calculate psi x comma t, it can be calculated with the help of Fourier transformation, not by this formula, not by this formula. So this is the answer of this. You can easily see, so you can do it. Now the question says, now the next question says that a particle is in the infinite square well, has the initial wave function. So its initial wave function is psi x comma 0 is equal to ax a minus x. So normalization, first we have to calculate normalize psi x comma 0, then compute expectation value, position, momentum, Hamiltonian at t equal to 0. So so this is infinite square potential well, okay, 0 to a. So first what we will do, if we calculate normalization, a psi star psi is equal to 1. So I have done psi star psi. It actually it is a real wave function, so psi star will be equal to psi. So I can write the formula with green minus infinity to infinity psi star is equal to 1. So this is the condition of normalization I have put, and you have it is very easy to calculate a. So you can see that I have calculated a. This is a simple integration. Now you are now the students are preparing for NET JRF, so I don't think so I have to I have to tell how to do this now. So you can easily calculate now a under root 30 upon a raised to power 5. Okay, so this is psi x 0. So when you will calculate position, now we have to calculate the expectation value of position. So how to calculate the expectation value of position? First first you have to see that operator. What is the operator? How we can define x operator? X operator is given by x. So the formula will be to a psi star x psi dx. So we can calculate with this. So psi star is under root this is a real wave function, so psi star can be calculated as 30 upon a5, and this is a real wave function, so you can directly put x operator is given by x, so you can easily calculate by integrating, and you will get a by 2. Now when we have to calculate momentum, see, in exams, in entrance exams, you can directly put it 0 because the expectation value of momentum for a real wave function is always 0. This is an exercise you can prove. I can write prove that P for a real wave function is always 0. so you can prove this. So but I have done it with conventional method, that what you can say how to calculate P. For P we know the operator. P operator is given by minus iota h cut curly by curly x. So I have written this as P operator. So this is P operator, and next you can calculate it. So I have done curly by curly x of this, and you will get a minus 2x. Now you again put it, and when you integrate it you will get 0. This will cancel and will get 0. But in entrance exams you can directly write momentum is equal to 0 for a real wave function. This is a shortcut. This is a shortcut. So now to calculate energy. Remember, to calculate energy, first we have to calculate the Hamiltonian operator. Hamiltonian operator can be calculated as V is equal to 0. So only we have left with kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is given by minus h square by 2m curly square by curly x square. So when you will do the partial double differentiation of this, you will get under root 30.a5 s square upon m. Remember, V is equal to 0 because there is no potential inside the box. So V automatically equal to 0. So the whole Hamiltonian or the whole energy is equal to your kinetic energy. So and it is easy to calculate. Now once you have calculated h psi, you can put this. So I have calculated it. H psi is here. H psi is this, and you can put it and you will get expectation value of h. Okay, now third question. So a third question is a free particle has the initial wave function. So initial wave function of a free particle is given. Now it is asking for psi x comma t. So remember, in the first sum I have told you, you have calculated psi x t with the help of I can write so you can't use this. Because see, there is a whole concept about this, why you can't use this because there is not any statement like this that there is not any stationary state of a free particle. Free particle can't exist in a stationary state. Okay, so we can't use this formula. Okay, so we can't use the formula. Now if you want to know what is stationary state, I have described in my first or second video what is a stationary state, so you can see this. So basically how can we calculate it with the help of a Fourier transformation. It will be easy to calculate this, and the only method is this, to calculate psi x comma t. So so by using we can use this formula to calculate first normalization constant. So it is using formula 0 to infinity xm e minus alpha xn. I think you might be aware of this. While when you will do beta gamma functions, this formula is basic, and this is the master formula. I will say it will use many times in quantum mechanics, in electrodynamics, in statistical mechanics. So you should remember this. I can highlight it too. Wait a minute. Important. So this is very important formula. So with this you can calculate a, that is your normalization constant. Now if it is a free particle, obviously v equal to 0, so equal to t. So now psi x comma t, this is the formula you have to calculate. This is the master formula. This equation number 2 is the formula in which you calculate psi xt. But for this you have to calculate phi k first. This is the momentum space, so you have to calculate the momentum space first, then you can put this momentum space into equation number second, and you can calculate psi x comma t. So we have to calculate phi k. So phi k is the so to calculate phi k first, we have to use the formula in Fourier transformation 1 upon under root 2 pi minus to infinity psi x e raised to minus I k x dx. So when you will use this, you will get equation number 3 as phi k, and it is very easy to calculate. You will use this formula. This is also very important formula. This is very important formula. So equation number 3 is this. Put 3 in 2. When you will put 3 in 2, you will get psi xt. So and this is a calculation you can do. So it is very, I think what I've done is k square might be, this is shift upwards, I don't know why, but okay, now it is clear. So you can put in this, and you will get psi x t. So this is the integration, you have to solve it. You can note it here. You can pause the video and can solve it by yourself. By seeing this, you might be feeling that it is difficult. No, it is not difficult, but what you can do, you can pause the video and solve it. This integration you will get easily. So you will get psi x t. This is psi x t. So this is psi x comma t. So this is psi x comma t. Now next again our fourth or third, I think this is fourth sum. This is fourth sum. So suppose I have normalized the wave function at t is equal to 0. Suppose the normalization is at t is equal to 0. So how do I know that it will stay normalized as the time goes on and psi evolves? Okay, basically I can show you this question and tell you whole this, but I want you will solve this. You can try to solve this, and in next or in our group I can post this question. So basically I will give hint how to solve this. See, basically we know that the probability is equal to between 0, 2 and 1. When probability is 0 and it is between 0 and 1. So normalization is given by this psi minus infinity to infinity psi x comma t squared dx is equal to 1. Okay, so now okay, I solve this. I can show you the whole I can give you another question. So now it is important to demonstrate. Now how will you prove that when you evolve the wave function with time it is normalized? What does this question mean? What we have to show, we have to prove this d comma d minus, we have to prove this. I am highlighting this it with yellow. We have to prove this. Proof. So this we have to prove. D comma d and d by dt minus infinity to infinity mod of psi x comma t squared dx is equal to 0. So how you will solve in this equation number 1 I have written, and what I have done, see, integrand is a function of x comma t. Integrand is a function of x comma t, but integral itself is a function of your x only, t only. So what you can write, you can write this as a this is in a particular difference, this is in a definite and differentiation, and this is a partial. You can write it partial because integrand is a function of x comma t, but your integral is a function of time only. So I can write this with equation number 1. This is actually basic mathematics. If there is any problem, you can look to +1 +2 book. Using product rule, we can find actually I have told you that psi star psi is different, totally different things, different meanings. So while applying the product rule, we'll get equation number 2. Now according to Schrödinger equation, time dependent Schrödinger equation, we will write now taking complex conjugate of equation number 2. Now taking complex conjugate of equation number, I think no, complex conjugate of equation number 3, it should be 3, not 2, it should be 3. So it should be 3, not 2. So complex conjugate of equation number 3, you will get equation number 4. Is complex conjugate is simple, where is imaginary positive imaginary, you will convert it to minus, and real remains real. So plus iota converts to minus iota, and minus to plus. So you will get equation number 4. Put 3 and 4. This what you put 3 and 4. What you equated curly psi by curly t and curly psi star by t in 2. So when you will put this, you will easily get equation number 5. So from 1, now you can easily get that we have calculated the right hand side. We have actually calculated the right hand side of equation number 1. So right hand side of equation number 1 is equation number 5. So we have put equation number 5 in 1, so you get the right hand side. Now it is you have studied in quantum mechanics basics. I haven't discussed it, but I will discuss it here, that if psi, what is a physical acceptable wave function? Physical acceptable function is that it's square integrable, and the other criteria is that what you mean, the other criteria is that psi must vanish when x goes to plus minus infinity. So when psi goes to plus minus, psi is equal to 0 at plus minus infinity, so automatically your d by dt psi x comma t dx is equal to 0. So this we have proved that when you will or when it will change, d by dt is simply means the rate of change with time. So when d by dt is equal to 0, it automatically means that wave function is constant. If it is normalized at psi x comma 0, then it will be normalized in time evolution, that is psi x comma t. So I hope you have there's no doubt in these questions. I've discussed it today. If you want the PDF version of it, you can comment it and can give you. Basically, I know it is very difficult to see in video the questions and to solve it simultaneously in your notebook. What you can do, the best method is to pause. If no, then you can ask me for the PDF version. I will provide you the PDF version of this. But first you must try yourself. So I hope you enjoyed the video. So please, if you enjoyed the video, then please like it and subscribe my channel and share it to your friends and other students who need coaching of your NET, JEST, TIFR, etc. and any entrance exams. So this video is here up to only, and thank you so much.